High school football week number 7 as we take a look at another matchup as the Clarke County Eagles open up Bull Run District play traveling down to face the Central Falcons. Last week, Clarke County with a close victory over Catoctin 21-13. Now joining me, the head coach of the Clarke County Eagles, Casey Childs. And coach, this game is centered around the performance of Wyatt Palmer with 2 rushing touchdowns. Seemed like some good offensive explosion, but then Catoctin sort of coming back. Just your overall thoughts on this matchup.
The game was pretty much how we expected it. And like I told you last week, Catoctin is very well coached, very good. They're big, they're physical, extremely athletic. And we had a chance midway through the second quarter to really go up 3 scores. We were up 14-0. We got behind the sticks with a penalty, pre-snap penalty, and then a negative play. And then, we had to punt. They got blocked. And then they scored with I'd say probably about 20 seconds to go in the half. And then they had gathered some momentum. And then we were fortunate. They came out the first drive of the second half and scored, and our kids went on a march. And it was about a 7.5 minute drive, and we were able to take control of the game again from that point on. But it was a great high school football game for sure, and it's one that we're fortunate to win, and we're extremely happy for it. That's for sure.
And just Wyatt's performance with the 2 touchdowns, can you just touch on what you saw out of him in the matchup? A pretty great game rushing for all those yards.
Oh, he's an explosive athlete, very elusive. When he gets the ball in his hands more times than not, then good things are going to happen. I thought, too, on top of Wyatt, anytime you rush it for 200 yards, you're really getting it done. And the last touchdown run that he had to make it 21-13, my goodness, it was blocked great. And then when he got into the secondary, he broke a couple tackles, made a couple guys miss in space, and went ahead and took it in from about 20, 25 yards out. It was just a great run. And also, too, when you rush for over 300 yards like we did, your line has got to be able to block, and your skilled kids, our backs, got to be able to block for one another. And we were able to do that collectively as a group, which was just a great sign for sure.
And defensively, what do you think you saw defensively? Catoctin getting some things done, putting up 13 points, trying to inch their way towards the lead, but again, sort of, I would say, bend, not break. Did you see that? And what did you sort of see defensively to hold Clarke County with the lead?
Well, they're very good offensively. If you'd have told me they were going to hold the 13 points going into the game, I would have taken that before the game even started. They're just they're too diverse of what they do. They've got a very, very elusive quarterback and really good skill kids. And, those kids made some plays. We had them stopped numerous times. We had a little trouble getting off the field in the first half on 3rd down. And then they actually went for it twice on 4th, and we still had a hard time getting them off the field. But we were able to get the stops when we needed, especially to end the game. We went up 21-13 with about 3 minutes to go in the game. And it was their 2-minute offense, and we were still running, pretty much we were getting ready to buckle down and really start pressing them a little bit. They got down inside about the 40-yard line, and Tanner Sipe just made a tremendous play. He read the slant and jumped it and picked it off to seal the game. So with about probably a minute and a half to go, it was just a great play. Defense made plays when we had to, and the entire atmosphere Friday night at the Felt for homecoming was just tremendous. It was an electric atmosphere, and we're really, really glad that we were able to give everybody there a great game and obviously pull up the win.
So, Coach, obviously a big win like that against Catoctin in a non-district matchup. Now entering district play against Central, and sort of the interesting storyline is, by formality, this is only a 1-win team due to the circumstances of having to forfeit their previous wins. I would imagine preparing for Central, you have all the tape on them still. I would imagine the record just goes out the window in a sense.
Yeah, I don't hold anything into to what that record says. In my opinion, they're a 4-1 football team and not a 1-4. And they're a split image of what of really what Catoctin was: big, physical, athletic, do a lot of the same stuff offensively and defensively, and we're gonna. There's no question we're going to have our hands full. If any indication over the last 3 or 4 years, probably between us and Central, there's no secret how those games go. They go down to the wire, and there's no way that any of us here are taking into what that record showed me of 1-4, because they're a really really good football team, and it's just unfortunate whatever's going on there. But yeah, we're just excited about obviously getting back in there and getting into the district play, but. I have all the utmost respect for everyone at Central, because there's a tremendous program as well, and it's going to be a good one Friday night.
So looking at Central and what they can do, what you've seen, sort of touch on a little bit more what that they can do that you sort of want to stop in having Central as your first Bull Run District game with a higher setting, how you two always compete at a high level. What is that like to have them out of the draw for your first Bull Run District matchup?
Well, I mean, it's not the greatest to having those guys first, but our district's good from top to bottom. There's no question about that. There's not many things or weeks where you get to take a breath. So you're gonna have to play Central and Strasburg and Madison and Lorraine and Page at some point, and it is what it is. It's just the first game of the district season. And we're going to attack it just like everything else that we do. It's obviously not the end of the season if we win or if we lose. We certainly have full intentions of going down there and putting a great product on the field and trying to be 1-0 in the district and 6-0 overall. But what they do and what we have to be able to stop is they're a power team as well, but they also have a good job of getting on the perimeter with their passing game. The quarterback is extremely athletic. And the kid they have playing there now is a kid who started the last 2 years and led them to a lot of victories. So there's not much fall off anywhere from what they do. And we've got to be really, really good at the point of attack and at the line of scrimmage to have any chance of winning. That's for sure on both sides of the ball.
It's Bull Run District action in Week 7 as the Clarke County Eagles travel down to face Central. As always, the head coach of the Clarke County Eagles, Casey Childs. Coach, really appreciate your time as always. Looking forward to catching up with you soon.
All right, take care, man. Thanks for having me.